Jesus died for me. How much the grace that cost my body so. He looked beyond my fault and saw my need.
I remember right after Sandra sang that song, she said, "Boy, my voice is getting just crackly and it doesn't sound very good." But I still love to hear her sing. I got to tell you that. Always had a smile on her face. And if she didn't, you knew something was wrong. I'm thankful. I was reading this morning in my devotion in Habakkuk, the little prophet book, little prophet who wrote his book, and it's recorded in the Old Testament for us. Habakkuk chapter 3. I was thinking about how Habakkuk chose joy, and so did Miss Sandra. She preferred to be laughing and happy and having a good time. When she wasn't feeling very good. But she chose to be joyful. And I thought about it as she sang that song. She said, "Can you imagine?" She said this to me one day. She said, "Can you imagine, honey, that Jesus Christ loved me so much that he looked beyond my fault and saw my need?" And I thought, wow, what a message. And that'll bring joy to your heart. That'll bring a smile to your face if you stop and think about that blessing. If you're born again today, if you've been saved by the blood of the Lamb, you know what a blessing and pleasure it is to have him as your Savior, to be secure in him. And then you can choose joy regardless of what the circumstance may be. Habakkuk had prayed, "I've heard all about you, Lord, and I'm filled with awe by the amazing things you've done. In the time of deep need, begin again to help us as you did in years gone by." That's reading chapter 3 and verse 2. He says, "Show us your power to save us, and in your anger, remember your mercy." Habakkuk's fears were Habakkuk's fears were not immediately satisfied, but what he saw was that God was able to do what he could not do for himself. And it was going to happen. God was not going to change. He was going to continue to help them, even as he had in days gone by. But his confidence was not in a righteous God dealing with in justice and mercy. He was interested in him helping them in their time of trouble, in the hardships, with the calamities they were facing. He said in verse 18, "Yet will I rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in God." Let me read that again. I'm sorry. Habakkuk chapter 3 and verse 18. "Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will be joyful in the God of my salvation." Wow. How about you? Are you happy today in the Lord? Are you able to rejoice even in the hard times because of who he is and what he's done for you? I hope so. Be encouraged by that today. Why did God so many times in his word say, "Fear not, fear not, fear not. I've got this"? And so many times we forget that in the time of trouble, don't we? Well, let's think again about it today and what Habakkuk said. Will you rejoice in the Lord because you know he's faithful? Will you rejoice in the Lord because you know he's able to care for you? Doesn't need our help, although he asks us to help him to work and do some things he wants done here on earth. He doesn't ask us to help defend ourselves or to help ourselves in that regard. He will take care of his children. He promises to do that. And surely we can rejoice then by being a joyful Christian. You know, joy is a choice, and you either decide to be happy and joyful, or you decide to be upset, troubled, caring about things that probably won't ever come to pass. If we want God to bless us, we need to trust him. And I know you want to do that just as I do today. Well, as we go forward, let's remember that God is with us. He looked beyond our fault and saw our need concerning salvation, and he certainly can see our need today. Trust him for it. Trust him in that he'll do what he said he would do and care for you today. It'll help to bring joy into your heart. Have a good day. I hope to see you next time we have Encouragement with the Johnsons. Remember, He loved you enough to look beyond your faults. He loves you enough to take care of you wherever you are today. Trust Him. Have a good day now. Bye-bye.